In a world that's just running at 100 miles per hour, where is your escape hatch? I mean, we all talk about stress relief and detoxing, but let's be honest.
Who has the time?
Exactly. Fitting in a regular pricey spa trip is a total fantasy for most of us. We need something that works daily, right at home, without a massive construction project.
And that's the modern wellness dilemma, right? How do you bring that deep therapeutic heat home without, tearing down walls or getting hit with huge electrical costs?
Right. And today we are diving deep into the sources, covering one potential answer to that. The Dynamic Barcelona one-person infrared sauna. It's compact, it's built from this beautiful reforested hemlock.
And it promises to be that plug-and-play personal sanctuary.
So our mission today is to cut through the marketing, look at the tech specs, the FAR infrared, the low EMF claims.
And then stack all of that up against the real-world experiences from hundreds of actual users. We need to figure out if this little cabin really lives up to its promise.
Okay, let's start with the physical reality of it, because when you order something this big online, you're always a little worried it's going to feel, flimsy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But the sources are pretty universal on this. The foundation of this thing is natural, reforested Canadian hemlock. And that's not just for looks.
It's a functional choice.
A very functional choice. Hemlock is amazing for saunas because it doesn't get scorching hot to the touch, and it's super resistant to warping from the heat changes. It tells you this is built for the long haul.
And the sources mention the construction it's thicker than a lot of the competition. We're talking 6mm planks on the inside and outside with a 1.75-inch frame.
Yeah, that's not trivial. That thickness is key for heat retention. It means the sauna works more efficiently and it just feels solid. It validates that 5-year warranty they offer.
Okay, so dimensions. This is the make or break moment for anyone living in, a normal-sized home.
Right. So the outside footprint is about 39 inches by 6 inches. It's really compact. You could genuinely fit this in a spare corner, a basement.
I saw some users even put it in a walk-in closet.
Exactly. But here's our first big dose of reality from the user feedback. The inside is 36 by 32 inches. And while the marketing calls it a 1-2 person sauna,
it's really not, is it?
Not for 2 adults, no. The consensus is firm. It's perfectly designed for 1 person to stretch out. 2 adults would be let's call it a very cozy, intimate affair.
So if you're listening, think of this as your personal sanctuary. If you need a 2-person unit, you got to look at a bigger model.
100%.
Now let's talk about getting this thing into your house. The delivery and assembly part has this fascinating paradox in the reviews.
It really does. So the box is heavy, like 250 pounds heavy. The advice is clear. Pay for the in-room delivery. Don't try to be a hero.
And then you open it and you get to the instructions.
The instructions. Universally described as horrible or confusing. It's like they were translated by a robot 3 times.
That sounds like a nightmare. So how are people putting it together in 60 to 90 minutes?
Because the engineering is actually really smart.
Right.
The pieces themselves are designed to just sort of clasp together. It's a logical puzzle.
So you just ignore the terrible manual.
You ignore the manual and you trust the design. It's actually a testament to how well it's made.
That is a huge insight. Okay, let's shift to the tech. This is a SAFR infrared sauna. Why does that specific type of heat matter so much?
This is the fundamental difference. A traditional sauna heats the air, right, to like 180, 200 degrees. It can feel suffocating.
It's like breathing in fire sometimes.
Yeah. But the Barcelona uses these 6 carbon heating panels. They emit FR infrared waves, which heat your body directly.
So it's not heating the air around you, it's heating you.
Exactly. The waves penetrate deep into your muscles and tissues. You get this incredibly deep detoxifying sweat, but at a much more comfortable air temperature. We're talking 135 to maybe 149 degrees.
And much more bearable for a longer session.
Way more bearable. And the heat is all around you. It's not just one panel behind your back. You've got them on the sides, under the bed.
And that one in the footwell, right?
The footwell one is critical. We saw that user, Lee from California, mentioned hitting 147 degrees and just feeling totally surrounded by the warmth. It's that 360-degree design.
Okay, so since we're talking about electronics and heat, we have to talk about EMFs, electromagnetic fields.
A huge concern for health-conscious buyers, and rightly so.
And what do the sources say?
The unit is specifically designed to be low EMF. The readings are consistently between 5 and 10 milligauss.
Which, for context, is what?
It's less than a hairdryer, which can spike way, way higher. It's a non-issue here, which provides a ton of peace of mind. The carbon panel design is just inherently lower EMF than the older ceramic rod heaters.
That's a great technical point. Okay, performance. How fast does it get up to that therapeutic temperature?
It's efficient. You're looking at about 20 to 30 minutes from a cold start. So the move is you hit start, you go do something else, and it's perfect by the time you're ready to get in.
All right, let's get to what might be the single biggest selling point of all, convenience.
This is the absolute game changer. I mean, we really have to hammer this home for you. This sauna requires no special electrical work.
None.
Zero. No electrician, no 240-volt outlet like your dryer needs. It plugs into a standard, dedicated 15-amp household socket.
That is massive. That saves you potentially thousands of dollars in hidden installation costs.
It makes high-end wellness instantly accessible. It's truly plug and play.
And it's not just a basic hotbox either. It has these other wellness features that kind of elevate the whole experience.
They're really thoughtful. Let's start with the chromotherapy lighting. I know it can sound like a gimmick.
I was skeptical.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
But the user feedback says the 7 colored lights genuinely affect the mood of the session.
So people will use like blue for a calming session?
Exactly. Blue for calm, red for a more invigorating feel. It lets you customize the psychological vibe of your sauna time.
And then there's the audio. It has Bluetooth.
With surprisingly decent speakers. So you don't have to bring your phone inside to overheat. You just connect and play your music or, a podcast.
And I love the dual control panels. You can set it from the outside, get in, and then adjust from the inside without opening the door and letting all the heat out.
Smart design.
Yeah.
And we can't forget that foot heater. The reflexology panel.
Right. The dedicated heater for your feet.
Correct. And whether you're into the Eastern medicine ideas behind it or not, the feeling of targeted heat on the soles of your feet is it's incredibly soothing and completes that full body warmth.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. Quality build, low EMF, luxury features, standard plug. What's the final verdict from people in the wild?
It is overwhelmingly positive. We're seeing a reported 4.8 out of 5-star average. That's incredibly high and shows real consistency. Users call it a total upgrade to their life.
And the praise really focuses on that Hemlock quality and the quick heat up time. But let's talk about the long-term benefits people are reporting.
Yes, this is where it gets really interesting. One user reported losing 12 pounds in 6 weeks and saw their cholesterol drop from 242 down to 209.
Wow. And they tied that back to the sauna.
They did. They said it helped kill nighttime hunger cravings, which, if you think about it, makes sense.
How so?
Well, the deep relaxation from the infrared heat can lower cortisol, your main stress hormone. High cortisol is linked to cravings. So by lowering your stress, you're less likely to go for those late night snacks. It points to a real systemic lifestyle improvement.
That's fascinating. But, okay, no product is perfect. What are the valid gripes? What keeps this from being a 5.0?
The main technical criticism, as noted by a user named Julie from South Carolina, is that the lower leg and calf heaters, they're a bit less intense than the upper body panels.
A design trade-off, probably.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
It's a limitation of running on a standard 120-volt plug. They had to prioritize the core heating areas, your back, your torso, so the shins get a little less love.
Good to know. And what about the smell?
Yeah, that natural hemlock has a strong woody smell at first. It takes a few sessions to air out. Most people end up liking it, but it's intense initially. And of course, the confusing manual.
Right. But it seems the final assessment from users is that those minor quirks are they're completely outweighed by the daily benefits.
Absolutely. The value for the price is just consistently there. It delivers on its promises.
So that brings us to the big question. Who should actually buy this thing?
This is a fantastic investment for an individual. Someone who wants to bring daily detox, stress relief, and muscle recovery into their routine. If you work out a lot, if you have a stressful job,
Or just need that daily mental reset.
you got it.
Yeah.
It's perfect for someone with a spare corner inside. And crucially, it's for the person who wants a feature-rich, reliable wellness tool, but wants to avoid the cost and hassle of custom electrical work.
It's the sweet spot between high-end features and accessibility.
That's it exactly.
So our conclusion is pretty clear. The Dynamic Barcelona Sauna really succeeds by balancing a premium spa-like experience with genuine accessibility. You get effective low EMF infrared heat, you get thoughtful features like the chromotherapy and Bluetooth, and you get a hassle-free setup. It delivers.
And that leaves us with a final thought for you to mull over. Given all the positive feedback on its daily impact, from stress reduction to actual measurable health benefits, is a compact plug-and-play sauna like this no longer just a luxury item? Is it becoming an essential piece of self-care for navigating our modern, overloaded world?
If you are ready to transform your wellness routine and join the hundreds of satisfied users, you can check the latest price and all the detailed specs for the Dynamic Barcelona Sauna at the link in the description below.
We rise like tall